Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for Broadway World. Daniel Day Kim has returned to Broadway in Roundabout Theatre Company's new production of David Henry Hwang's Yellowface, directed by Lee Silverman. And we're here at the Todd Hames Theatre, where I caught up with the company on opening night.
I mean, this is a journey that maybe began in 1993 when the predecessor, Face Value, failed to open on Broadway. So it's really been an incredible journey for this show to now be making it on Broadway. We are opening and audiences seem to be really loving it.
We fell in love with this off-Broadway. What has it been like revisiting the show again and sort of looking at it through a new lens of today?
I think what's interesting is the degree to which the subjects that are at the center of Yellowface, that drive the humor, are closer to the center of American popular discourse than they were in 2007. So in 2007, I felt like, audiences didn't know whether it's okay to laugh at it, whereas in 2024, they seem to understand what's going on and really find it hilarious and hopefully are thinking about stuff too.
I feel so excited. I mean, this is it's like a testament to being a new works director, because I have been with this show. I worked on it, but my first draft was 2006 that I read. And so to be here right now, opening the show on Broadway, I just think that's what a life in the theater is. That's what a lifelong collaboration is. That's what a good partnership is with David. Like, it's just an extraordinary moment of celebration.
You know, we fell in love with this play in 2007, and David was saying no one really knew how to laugh, how to behave during this. He could have written this yesterday.
I mean, that was the thing. When we recorded it for Audible, we were like, this play has got to come back, and it's got to come back to Broadway. It is ready for a bigger audience. And just Daniel Day Kim, I mean, hilarious. I mean, he is surprising people. He's blowing the roof off this place. Like, it is so wonderful to see him.
This is such a different type of role that your audience is used to seeing you in, which I think is amazing. What's it been like for you working on this play with David and Lee in the rehearsal room?
So fun, first of all. Lee created such an environment where we could play, have fun, take chances, fail, which I did regularly and still might be. And David's words are such a fantastic blueprint to work off of. You never have to question whether the play is good or whether the writing is good. You already know. And that gives you so much license to just do justice to the work and elevate the work. And so it was a great combination, along with the cast that we had to work with. Everyone brought such a positive spirit and joy to the rehearsal room that it really was fun coming to work every day.
Why did you say yes, you wanted to do this, and why is it such an important play?
A couple reasons. One was Daniel Day Kim asked if I wanted to do this, and I said, I'll do anything with you, Daniel, because you're the greatest, which he is. And then I read the play, and I said, it's by David Henry Hwang. So first off, yes, I don't need to read it. And then I read it, and I was laughing, and the subject material was provocative and funny and invited this wonderful conversation about race and casting and the masks we wear and all these things that I just thought it was dealing with heavy subject material in a way that was playful and fun and inviting, and I loved it.
It's been inspiring to see, how disciplined David and Lee have been in honing both the comedy and the message of this show. It used to be 2 acts, now it's 1 act. It used to have a lot of other scenes that don't exist anymore, but they also did rewriting of stuff that is in the show that actually helps heighten how ridiculous these conversations about race actually are, and how much we rely on family for identity and to understand who we are, in the world. No one knows us like our family does, and I think that anybody who comes to see the show will see that portrayed.
You play so many different characters. How much fun is that for you?
It's really fun. It's very fun. I feel like I got to do this in back when I was doing children's theater a lot, to play like a million roles with a million accents. And I thought, well, those days are done. But no, this is back in full force. And it's not just a stunt. It's kind of the theme of this show, this sort of trying on of new personas, this constant, I think Lee is described the show as like a shapeshifter, and so I kind of embody that in my roles. It's very fun.
Well, I mean, not only that it's my Broadway debut, but the show is so just brilliant and well written and funny and thoughtful. And I've had so many amazing discussions after the play with friends who have come to see it that it really makes you think. And I love any art that really makes you ask more questions. And I feel like this play is doing exactly that.
And working with this cast.
I'm trying to keep up. I'm just trying to keep up. They're amazing. They're so supportive and giving and caring. And we all have each other's backs up there. And yeah, it's great.
When we first spoke, you were still doing double duty. You were doing a fabulous off-Broadway show while rehearsing this.
Yes.
What was that like?
It was great. It's always great to be working. So if I complain about it, I will be struck down by the theater gods. So I'm not going to. But this is now the third show I've gotten to do back to back, and that feels amazing. So after tonight, I'm going to sleep.
And just working on this play, it's such an important play, but it's also such a funny play.
Very funny play, yes. Yeah. I think I think it's going to be amazing for audiences to see Daniel Day Kim in a role that they haven't seen him in before, and just to be so funny and neurotic and running around.
Audiences love this show. What it means to you as a writer, just watching how this show is affecting audience.
One of the things that's really meaningful for me is that there's not that many plays about Asian Americans on Broadway. A fair number of shows with Asians in Asia, but very few about Asian Americans. And the idea that that can be mainstream and that can be embraced by a diverse Broadway audience is really satisfying.